Hi everyone, so I know I look a bit of a mess, but it's just my life. Not going to change for you now. So this video is on my new segment on my History Thursdays. I just want to say one thing before I start this video. I said that LGBTQ videos would be on the weekend, but because I have nearly no ideas for what to do on that, the weekend is now going to be just sectioned off for like any video until I actually come up with some good ideas, just so you know. So this video is, as you can see by the title, my favourite history books. So for those of you who don't know, I love history. History is literally my thing. After 10, 15, however the fuck old I am, after so many years I finally figured out what I want to be doing with my life. I'm 26 nearly and I've only just figured it out, so let me just say, you might never know what you want to do, but if you don't know by the time you're my age, that's okay. It's taken me this long to figure out what I want to do. Let me just say, I'm very happy that I finally figured it out. So yeah, history, yes, I love it. Now my favourite, if you do not know, my favourite historical person, or people I should say, is Elizabeth Woodville and Anne Boleyn. But Elizabeth Woodville, oh my god, this girl, this woman, this queen, she has a place in my heart that will live on forever. So the video is my favourite historical books. I'm an avid reader anyway, I'm a bookworm, everyone will tell you this. So to combine my two favourite things, reading and history, what could be better? This book. Yes, I kissed my book. This is Anne Boleyn, 500 Years of Lies by Hayley Nolan. I think it's been beautifully written. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just, if you love Anne Boleyn, and if you're on her side, if you like, if you believe that she was innocent, if you feel that history backs that up, go and read it. Read it. Even if that's not what you believe, if you believe that she wasn't innocent at all and she committed all of the crimes that she was accused of, even if you believe that, please go and read this book. I beg you. So I'm going to read the back. I'll read the blurb because I think it's important. So it says, Anne Boleyn has been sold to us as a dark figure, a scheming seductress who bewitched Henry VIII into divorcing his queen and his church in an unprecedented display of passion. Quite the tragic love story, right? Wrong. In this electrifying expose, Hayley Nolan explores for the first time the full, uncensored evidence of Anne Boleyn's life and relationship with Henry VIII, revealing the shocking suppression of a powerful woman. So leave all notions of outdated and romanticised folklore at the door and forget what you think you know about one of the Tudors' most notorious queens. She may have been silenced for centuries, but this urgent book ensures Anne Boleyn's voice is being heard now. So if you don't want to read it just by listening to that, what's wrong with you? No, but seriously, it's incredible. It's written really well, and even if you're not like a history person, I feel like you could still get into this book because it just explains so much and it explores so much, and the writing is incredible in itself. I love Anne with all my heart, and this book just explores so much more of their relationship, and it explores who she was at her core. That's why I love it. Do go and pick up that book. I will leave a link in the description for Amazon so you can go and get it. This one, oh my god. I could die for this book. Yeah, it's by Alison Ware. It's The Lady in the Tower. And oh my god. Again, beautifully written. It's like different obviously to the other book, but it's about Anne Boleyn again, and oh my god, so this one I have only read a few pages of, and I've fallen in love with it already. It's beautifully written, and also in like the middle of the book, hang on, you get the wives' portraits, and this one actually is what she probably looked like at the time of her fall. That's what it says. What I love about this book, it is dedicated entirely to her fall, how she felt, how she was one day a queen and the next she was beheaded, and it's horrific really, because she didn't deserve that. Even if she had done all those things, I still wouldn't say she deserved to be beheaded and killed. She deserved better. That's what I'm saying. Royal Witches. I would literally devote my soul to these two books next, okay? These two books that I'm about to show you, this one and the next one. I would devote my soul. If they were Satan, I would give him my soul, okay? Just to make that clear. As you can see, my bookmark's in here. Oh my god, it's just... Also, the smell of books. So, before I do an overdose of the book smell. So this book is called Royal Witches by Gemma Holman? By Gemma Holman. This is beautiful, absolutely incredible. It's so powerful and so strong, and you really realise the time difference that we live in now. Like, you see so many people on TikTok saying they're witches. I mean, let me just tell you, I'm a witch. And I say that with such proudness. I am a witch, okay? I am. And I'm very proud of that fact. But in the 15th century, that wasn't okay. That wasn't something that you could talk about. So if you had this gorgeous woman who managed to marry the King of England, people thought he had been bewitched. So that was their only conclusion. Not that, of course, they fell in love and were in love with each other. No, that was a ridiculous notion. No, the more sane notion was that they were witches and they bewitched their husbands. So with Anne Boleyn, oh gosh, Anne Boleyn was somebody that people thought, yeah, she's bewitched Henry, and that's why they got married. Not because Henry loved her, but I think in the beginning Henry did love her. He wanted a queen, and there was Anne. And what I also like about Anne is that she played hard to get. Now, Anne Boleyn, I'm going to do a video on this because Elizabeth Woodville and Anne Boleyn have so many similarities, and it's like my dream topic. Elizabeth Woodville, my angel. But this book, if you want to know more about like queens and witches, that's why it's called Royal Witches, about who they were and why people believed that they were witches, this book, again, I will drop any links for the books in the description, and they'll be all on Amazon, so that's where you can find them. But oh my god, I love talking about these, and I'm not being very descriptive, am I? I'm really sorry. It's just because I've only just started reading a few of them, so, but I wanted to share how much I love them and how much I love the writing when I'm only like a few pages in, and it's just incredible really to think that, you know, there was a time when talking about certain things wasn't allowed or wasn't okay. You know, they could still get killed. They were burned at the stake, for heaven's sake. Like, I think they were witches, but I don't think they bewitched their husbands to marry them. That's my honest opinion. I think they were witches, but they didn't bewitch their husbands. Just saying. But please, this book is a really important book. You know, it's about witches, and royalty and why people believed, why they had such a strong belief that these queens were witches. So I will leave that link in the description. Fourth and final book. Now this one is my favourite. Let's bow down. Like, if I have an altar of where Jesus should be, this book, that's where that goes. The Woodvilles. Yeah. This is called The Woodvilles, The Wars of the Roses and England's Most Infamous Family by Susan Higginbotham. It's a great name. Great name. Go and pick this up now. So, The Woodvilles. I love this book because it's about my favourite historical family. Now a lot of people used to think that my favourite historical family was the Tudors, like Henry VIII and all of that bit. And technically they're not wrong, because this person here is Henry VIII's grandmother. Yeah, she's his grandmother. Elizabeth Woodville is Henry VIII's grandmother. Now this is why I like talking about Elizabeth Woodville and Anne Boleyn, because they are very similar. This book is not just about Elizabeth Woodville though. This is Elizabeth Woodville. Gorgeous. She had a lot of children. Her eldest child was Elizabeth of York and she married Henry VII. This book is not just about Elizabeth, but it's about her mother and her father. You know, it's about all of them. It's about their story, about how they came to be royal, how they became queens and royalty of England, about when they were exiled, and when it's just honestly about all of them. And I think it's such a beautiful book because I've never read a book that's been dedicated to this family from Elizabeth and up, not Elizabeth and down. By that I mean like Elizabeth down to Elizabeth of York, down to Henry VIII, etc. Up means up to her mother and grandmother and that. So that's why I love this story, and I love learning more about her because she is my favourite historical person. She always will be. She has that place in my heart, and I think people should learn more about her. I really do. She's incredible. I mean, she had to be so strong for so long, you know, and she died when she was only about 55, and people think she died from the plague, but so much happened in her life. People always thought she was a witch, and I really hope she was. I really hope she was. Just, that would just make me so happy if I found that out. If that was ever able to prove that she was a witch, I would be very happy about that. But she deserves so much better, and I think she was treated like crap. Like, after Edward died, her husband was Edward IV. I think he was engaged to be married to the Princess of France. If I'm wrong, I'll put it along the screen. But he met her. She was, you know, just a normal, wasn't royalty, wasn't anything big, you know. She wasn't special, if you like, in those days. But he loved her, he fell in love with her, and he decided to marry her. And they actually had a secret wedding, or a private wedding, because Elizabeth's mother was there. And when the rest of his family found out that he'd married Elizabeth, nobody, they weren't at all impressed. But he didn't care because he loved her. And I think that's just beautiful. So this book explains all this. It explains who Elizabeth Woodville was, how her family was, who she grew up with, you know, everything about her, everything that made her who she was at her core is in this book. Please go and read it. If you love Elizabeth Woodville, or if you love learning more about historical figures, go and read this book. I will leave all the links in the description for all the books. I think they're all beautifully written. You know, they use terms that you can understand if you're not so sure on history. They write all the dates in there that you need to know. They're very factual as well, if you just, you know, if you're not overly sure on things. I just think the books are amazing and just show, I think one of the things is they show how different the time is that we live in now. I mean, you know, you live in a different time to the back then, but it really comes out in the writing, and I think that's just amazing. So yeah, go read. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like the video, and comment would be a lovely thing to do. And if you have any requests, I will leave my link tree in the description below, and you can send requests to my Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, or you can comment them below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!